And I'm going to go over today all signs for should you stay or should you go in your current situation. So it's a question of knowing that if you stay, what to look at, what's going good or bad, or what should be changed, and if you should go because of what's going on, the outcomes and whatnot. So we're going to start off with the air signs because we are in the month of Aquarius. So we're going to start off with Aquarius. And I'm just going to timestamp this because at the end of the video, there will be timestamps that I'll put in the description. All right. So Aquarius, should you stay or should you go in your current situation of what's going on here? A little bit of clarity, please. Oh, we got another card here. So I'm picking up that you should not stay in your current situation. You've been debating for far too long. I don't know if this has been prolonging and it's a decision or a choice that you have to come over, but feels like it's always a no-go. You're always stuck. There's always delays and obstacles. Feels like there might be vices or it might be toxic, the situation you're in, and you need more clarity. You're searching for answers and you're always kind of stuck at a dead end. You might be growing impatient in your current situation. Maybe certain things doesn't seem logical or stable, or you're just not fully grasping the full picture. It's more confusion and like clouded perception going on. Maybe there's a question of finances too, or the dwelling, something at the house or the work that's not going on. It's not about adjustment because even if you adjust, feels like there's more to adjust to, there's more to adapt to. It's kind of out of your control, your current situation, and the more you put efforts into it, little results are coming out here. So like Aquarius, it's time to kind of like move forward and like take a different direction, a different path here, because your current situation doesn't look like it's going to be changing for the time being. It could be it even digresses and goes more bitter sour. So like there's a lot that you need to do or hope for, like for things to change here. I'm going to look into universal cards too. And right, you got two major arcana. So like this is kind of like becoming a bigger problem in your life. And it's escalating and maybe it's accumulating too. And it's not in your control to kind of like change things. Maybe it depends on another person here, but if so, this person is not coming around to bring you better news. And it's always a battle going on with this person or this situation. This new chapter in your life is going to require a new way of seeing things. So if you do go forward, right, you leave the situation. This is a new chapter in your life. This is going to require a new way of seeing things and a new way of seeing yourself. You can't continue to see and interpret things with the same understanding that you have up until now. No matter what you face or how you feel, see it all from a higher perspective. So right, a change is required here and a change of perspective too, because even if you go with the same mindset or like the same behavior and actions, this is not going to turn out as well for you neither. So like it's time to make these changes and to adapt and adjust to this new direction here that you could be having. Like a better opportunity is at your grasp, but not if you always stay stuck in your current situation. So that was for Aquarius. Next up, we have Gemini. So Gemini, should you stay or should you go in your current situation? What is your next move here? What is going on? Is it worth your time? Is it worth your efforts, or is there something better or different that you need to be heading towards here for Gemini? Gemini, please. So Gemini, Feels like this is something that your current situation is something that fulfills you emotionally, and maybe it's been draining you, but like if it were to work in your favor, it's definitely something that you've had on your heart and planned for it to work out for the very best. You have really good intentions, but it seems like the situation is out of your control. That, and like once again, emotional card here, the Cancer card, right? So feels like this direction is kind of pulling you in and you're going with the flow, hoping and waiting for things to change. But the efforts you've been putting in so much efforts and hard work, and more that you do this, you're seeing little results. And these little results, I don't even know if they're satisfying enough for you to stay in your current situation. But this is a situation maybe that you're more comfortable with instead of going and leaving, because full card in reverse kind of says you don't want to take a risk. It'd be risky to go the other way, but it's also risky staying in your current situation because it's kind of grasping a toll of you and like bringing you down. The little things in life are kind of like being missed out on because you're prioritizing this and it's stressing you out. It's maybe causing you insomnia, maybe health issues, maybe is burning your energy. So like I have a reading here that says you should turn the other way, like turn your cheek and like go the other way, let it go, let it be. If it comes back, it was meant to be, kind of thing. But yeah, here I have that like you should take a risk and try something new, so try something different, or maybe like different options that you can go about, that might be interesting but like risky at the same time, because you want all the answers, you want stability, you want certainty, right? You to be certain that like if you go the other way that you're okay, kind of thing. But like just staying is not working out for you, so it's better that you do take a risk and take a chance to try to head in a different direction, down a different path here, because communication is blocked too. It's not so logical what's going on in your situation. Feels like you're not getting all the answers. You're not getting informed. You're not getting up to date with things. You're kind of left in the dark in your current situation, and there's not no light that's going to brighten up and give you the answers that you're looking for here. And let's go for a universe card here. When you continue to reminisce, replay, or hold on to what could have been, you continue to hold yourself in place of resistance. Let what was inspire a new way of living, but don't allow it to limit and determine what can be. So like even this card is kind of telling you to let go, right? Especially if this has been prolonging and like is becoming part of like the past, but in the present moment, right? It's kind of telling you to just let go of that and like start a new way of living, right? Inspire a new way of living, but don't allow it to limit and determine what can be. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Crystal. Glad to see you're on the channel. That was for Gemini. All right, next up we have Libra. All right, Libra, should you stay or should you go? What is your next move here in your current situation? What's going on in your life? Should you stay and stick it through, stick it out, or should you turn around, leave, and go on a different route? For Libra. All right, Libra, I'm picking up a complete yes that you should stay in your current situation, but it's not going to be easy, okay? Like your current situation is a little bit heartbreaking. It might get you down sometimes. Maybe you're kind of wondering where this is going and confused, stressed out, right? And like feel kind of stuck. In your current situation, though, that you're staying in needs to go through some form of transformation, right? We got the Death card here, the Scorpio card of transformation. So like, feels like there's still something in your current situation that needs to change, that is within your control, or if not, can be negotiated or compromised with another person or person or people. but you need to go through changes. And like once you make these changes, you're not going to feel as down and depressed or sad about it. Like you do have room for success, sunny times, and things coming to a bright light clarity here. So it feels like you could have some great times ahead of you, but not until you make these changes, because right now it's kind of agonizing. It's weighing you down, and like you can't stay like that either. But like your current situation is worth pulling through. Follow your gut feeling, your intuition, right? We got the high priestess here once again, promising more successful times in the background here. But only once you have the courage to kind of like turn certain things around, voice yourself, maybe express yourself, put down boundaries, standards, rules, regulations, put your values into place. But definitely follow your gut feeling and listen to yourself, because then if not, you're kind of back at, I should have listened to myself. What am I doing in this situation? You're going to feel confused again. And then going back through transformation here, right? We got 3 major arcana. So like this is something big in your life, Libra, that like calls for your attention and definitely seeks adjustments or adaptability or compromises, like I said. So like definitely is worth going down this path. Just requires a lot of hard work and a lot of your attention. Let's see for universal cards. For Libra. A chapter in your life is coming to an end. Rest assured that beautiful things are ahead in this next chapter. Let go of all things that are out of your control and move forward. There is more beautiful things ahead than any you leave behind. So, right, once again, this is kind of like calling your attention to make a change here, to let one thing come to an end, right? Like the death card, let one thing come to an end for something new to begin. But you're definitely on the right path. What you're searching for in this situation is worth it all. It's just a question of making those changes. Even if it's small changes, it'll be well worth it. Okay, now we're going to go on to water signs. Pisces would be the first, then Cancer, then Scorpio. No, wait, I just got to write my timings here. All right, Pisces. Should you stay or should you go? For Pisces. All right, Pisces, I'm picking up that you should not stay in your current situation. What you're battling or fighting for is definitely wearing you down. Spiritually is not good for you. It's not like helping you spiritually or to awaken. It's kind of like making you more closed-minded or closed in. Maybe you feel like your current situation, you're a little bit well because you're not as stressed out maybe. Or if not, like it kind of like you get stressed out, but then after that you get answers that kind of relieve you. But it's never in movement. It's always like you get 2 steps ahead to fall 3 steps behind. So, and like you've been patient, you've been working very strongly at this. It's been a long time, but it's not fulfilling when it comes to the nurturing side, when it comes to completion, right? You could be putting your creativity and your intuition at best work, your heart and your emotions. You could like put it into something else that's more suitable for you, that could help you out spiritually and that could help you out like morally in your values, because it feels like you've been letting others kind of like step on your toes here. This requires you to be more sharp, mentally sharp, and express yourself more. If you're going to stay in this situation, you need to express yourself more and voice your opinion, because if not, just going with the flow and like being okay with things is kind of spiraling the situation out of control. Me and the cards here tell you to kind of like move forward and head towards a different situation that could be more beneficial for you. That could be more rewarding and could be more emotionally content, because I'm not even picking up on the emotional side here. Feels like you're drained. Feels like there's not a reciprocal reaction happening. And more, maybe you're facing somebody too that is mentally sharp and like strict with you. Or if not, you need to be more strict and kind of like set your standards here and start wondering if the other people involved in your situation, if there's other people involved, are they taking you seriously? Are they giving you the respect you deserve, Pisces? Because it feels like you could earn better respect amongst another situation, amongst other people. Let's see for a universal card. Hey, MG fam. So this is for Pisces. What's meant to be yours is already making its way to you. What was never yours is starting to flee from you. With time, it will all make sense. For now, bear the confusion and focus on living fully in the present. Don't let your whole life be, I'll be happy when be. I'll be happy when, sorry. Be happy now. So, right, even these cards are kind of saying that you're in a situation where it's not in your favor and you're not completely happy. So like it'd be better to move on and go towards the things that do make you happy and do fulfill you emotionally. That was for Pisces. Next up, we have Cancer. So Cancer, should you stay or should you go? Your current situation of what's going on right now, whether it be work, love, friends, family, ambitions, goals, dreams. Are you on the right path? Should you stay in your current situation or go? All right, so Cancer, feels like it's possible to stay in your situation, right? We even got the Cancer card here where certain things are in your control. It's time to, maybe you already started new acquaintances, new communication, new ways of conversating, but it feels like definitely if you control your emotions and control your mind state, feels like if you're a little bit more curious too and open, and always expressing yourself or asking questions and exploring a little bit more, feels like there's a little bit of blockage in this communication. But there's definitely ways around it. It's just maybe how you've been approaching the situation has been a blockage. You need to be more open and more creative, let's say, or finding new ways around this, new ways to voice yourself, new ways to express yourself. Maybe you're missing certain information. It's about reaching out to different types of individuals that could help you. I don't know if this is an ambition thing, like it's been draining you when it comes to your energy, but you definitely have a possibility in your situation to turn things around and that it'll go in your favor. It could be it's about the weight. If not, if it's about the weight, just be patient and always continue exploring, like, right, the intellect, the mind way of how you can like say things or how you can get others to open up. So I feel like it's just out of your reach right now, or it's within your reach, you just don't know it maybe. But definitely you do have the potential to succeed and you do have the potential to get what you want here. It's just there's a little bit of delays and maybe there's a little bit of blockages when it comes to opening up or somebody opening up towards you. So it's just a matter of being mentally sharp and like putting yourself in certain situations that may be out of your comfort zone is what I'm picking up on. To get out of your comfort zone and to be comfortable with that. To be comfortable with that and to be able to direct the situation, lead the way kind of thing, because it feels like this situation is just waiting for you to really pick up the pace and like lead the way instead of being a follower, be a leader. All right, universal cards. Choice is the most powerful tool you have. Every choice you make shuts some doors, but also opens several doors. Bring in new experiences into your life. At any given time, you can change the direction of your life. You are only one choice away. So this too is kind of telling you to change something up and to really take that leadership role, right? To lead the way, to make those choices, those changes, those decisions, maybe differences, ones that you never thought you would do, but like it's worth taking the risk or taking that chance to kind of like direct the situation in a different direction, which is in your favor. All right, next up we have Scorpio. All right, Scorpio. Should you stay or should you go in your current situation here? What is your next move? What is going on for Scorpio? Thanks, Kelly, for keeping the chat up to date. I appreciate it. All right, Scorpio, should you stay or should you go? Oh, it's close. Feels like you should go in the situation, like to leave your current situation or what's been currently bothering you. Feels like it's been upsetting you, like almost like you're losing out or you lost someone or a connection that you're thinking of. I got the Ace of Cups in reverse with the Three of Swords in reverse. So feels like it's something that you kind of take to heart that you've been putting a lot of your heart into or like your time into. Um, it hasn't been working out in your favor and it's been kind of draining you or bringing you down and it's kind of hard to get through. It's confusing, right? The moon card here. So it feels like there's a lot of confusion, almost like it's an illusion what's going on. Maybe someone's been giving you false promises or certain situations seem hopeful, yet it's causing you internal conflict because it hasn't been going in your favor and it's been quite some time, right? Certain things have been okay, right? The Queen of Cups here, but something tells me that like it's a question of like your head and your heart, right? When the heart kicks in, the head kicks out, kind of thing. So like uh to acknowledge your emotions, but not to go based only on emotions, to go based on like what is logical here, what is unstable in this situation and not coming through. These answers, right? These answers aren't clear. Even when you do get answers, they're not so clear. And it's been like upsetting. Certain answers you've been getting have been fulfilling you, but these unanswered questions have been draining you, stressing you out, and been maybe causing you to have like some doubts, some worries, some stresses. I'm sorry, I got distracted by my rabbit. So like my cards are kind of saying that it's maybe time to let go of this certain person or certain situation, let time do its deed, or if not, like to just find something new to kind of head towards or something new to be more hopeful about, that's more your calling or more, I don't know, satisfying, that'll make you more content in the long run. Universal cards. In your journey, there will be times where you feel lost, confused, lonely, and angry. These are times of transition. You won't feel those emotions forever. You are transitioning towards a better, stronger version of yourself. Shed away those unneeded layers and keep growing. So this is kind of telling you to go, to let go of this situation because the situation might be getting you lost, confused, lonely, and angry. So it's time to kind of shed that off and like to grow in a different direction. Right, next up we have the fire signs. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, starting with Aries. Aries, should you stay or should you go? Your current situation for Aries. Honey, hey. Just wait 1 second. Honey. Yeah. Aries. All right, Aries, I'm picking up that you should stay in your current situation. Feels like things are kind of in movement, or if not, are going to be in movement. Emotionally, you're going to be more fulfilled and stable. You're going to feel great that you kind of stuck it out. There's something that's maybe this is about a relationship, could be about a career too that you take to heart, right? Definitely go over your values, your morals, like what are your standards? What is your spiritual calling here, right? With the Hierophant, to tune into your spiritual side, to tune into what makes you vibrate at a frequent level of frequencies here, because it feels like you have all what it takes, right? We got the Magician card, so it feels like you really have everything set out, everything thought for. Maybe it's a question of maybe like getting to be more fair, right? The Justice card in reverse. So like there might be certain things in your situation that's a little unfair that you should just bring to your attention and like make sure that is this okay, right? Like some things that are unfair, we kind of like shrug it off, but then there's certain things that you can't shrug off. For some of you, if it's about like marriage or something like this and kids, this could be maybe something to talk about, because I have blockages when it comes to that, blockages when it comes to communicating certain things, but other things are being communicated very well. So I feel like it's a matter of sitting down and really like talking yourself through it, reflecting through it, or if not, talking to the other person involved, if there's another person involved. Feels like you just need a little bit more clarity and to be like more open, either that you be more open or the person be more open, and like more honesty here, more commitment. Because I feel like on the commitment side, in the long term, this is where like you need to see the big picture, right? To see the long term effects, the long term outcomes, or like the other person needs to be woken up about these certain subjects and like not take it from day to day, like still take it day to day, but to know like where are we heading towards in the future here. So like I feel like it's a question of really reflecting upon that and voicing that, expressing yourself about like where you're heading, like what are the future outcomes, if you both agree, or if there's something that you disagree with but like need to kind of voice it and see like if you can compromise or negotiate or something like this. But it feels like things are in a movement here towards like getting that resolved. um Also, like I feel like there's more successes that are on their way, so you're definitely gonna have like signs of hope that's gonna like tell you that like yes, you're in your current situation and you're doing well, it's going well. It's just not everything can get resolved at once, right? So like little by little, step by step, like things are going to be getting better for you. And universal card for Aries. Don't be too afraid to say I love you or thank you to those who deserve to hear it. Don't be scared or embarrassing yourself or appearing soppy. You will never regret a heartfelt I love you or a message of appreciation. You will only ever regret not saying it. All right, next up we have Leo. Right, Leo. Should you stay or should you go? For Leo. Leo, should you stay or should you go? I'm picking up that you should go, Leo. Like you have been very open and honest. You've been using all the tools and strategies that you can acquire, your strengths. You've been in a great mood. You've been very clear. But things are just not moving forward. Like there is blockages in communication. Someone is being strict with you, and is not giving you all the information that you need, or answering all your questions clearly, or speaking truth honestly towards you. There's certain blockages here, and this person is definitely draining you, and this is upsetting you towards, like, this person could be kind of like maybe somebody you see long term with, and a family and everything, but this person is not in it for the long run. You always have to adjust to this person, their ways, their rules, their sayings, their moods, their behaviors. It's like walking on eggshells with this person, and this person always leaves you kind of empty-handed, or not fulfilled emotionally, maybe heartbreaking sometimes, maybe hurtful with their words, and has a sharp tongue. And this person isn't really serious. They're a little bit immature when it comes to certain things, and it kind of like they burn that fire that you have, that liveliness. Maybe they're taking you for granted, is what I'm picking up on. And like it's gonna take a lot more work to get this person to come around and change their ways, because they're much in control of the situation, and they're causing blockages in your current situation, delays, obstacles. This person, from what I see, is not like, doesn't have mutual feelings, and is in, like I said, is taking you for granted here. Let's see for universe cards for Leo. Don't worry, everything you've been waiting for is on its way. Progress is being made even if you can't yet see the results. So much is happening behind the scenes for the creation of your dreams. Trust the process. So it looks like luck is on your side, Leo, whether you stay in your situation or not. Seems with that card that like certain things are going to go your way, but like the situation that's really upsetting you or bothering you or worrying you, that is up to you to see if you can make changes in there or not. But there's certain other things here that's still going to make you happy along the way. So like definitely keep your head up. Sagittarius is next. Sagittarius. Oops, I made a mistake here. All right, for Sagittarius, should you stay or should you go? So Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius, like your situation, I'm picking up you should stay. Even the Six of Swords, right? Saying that you're on the right path, you're in the right direction, you're definitely on top of your game, you're honest, true, transparent, and like things, maybe you might not see it right away. I don't know if you see it, that like things are kind of like happening in your favor, or like those hopes and little signs that like things are going to go your way here. But I feel like there's a lot of conflict around you in your situation, honey. So like, right, we got the Five of Wands and the Five of Swords. So that tells me that there's a lot of conflict around you, disagreements, arguments, maybe. Maybe others are not approving. It could be like the person you're involved with, or if not, even people that you're not involved with, but that are looking on the outside in kind of thing, that are not agreeing with your choices or your behavior or the situation that you're in. But like that doesn't matter. Like keep headstrong, right? It's not up to them to judge you. You've been like using your good judgment. This is a great wake-up call, the situation that you're in, whether it be negative or not. Like it's going to brighten up, right? And it's a good wake-up call here to kind of like stir you to like what you're aiming for, what your goals are, and like what direction you really want to be in. Seems like though, it's kind of draining you emotionally, and like you might not feel that it's the best situation to be in, or like you might feel like giving up sometimes because maybe your efforts are going unseen, or like little results are coming in. But it's just a matter of time that like the waters are going to smoothen out, right? Like, and there's sunshine after the rain here. So like you might be in a thunderstorm right now is what I'm picking up on, but like keep getting little by little, baby steps, get through it. And you're definitely on the right path here. Like what you're fighting for, what you're battling for is definitely worth it, and is going to come with great outcomes and success. So Sagittarius, prioritize self-healing now. Put your needs above others for once. It's time to focus on you. Self-healing takes time and a lot of self-love. Remember, open wounds don't heal into scars overnight. Take the time you need in order to feel happier and healthier within yourself. There is no rush. So next up we have the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. All right, for Taurus, should you stay or should you go? Your current situation, what is your next move? What's going on in what you're trying for here? For Taurus. All right, Taurus, I'm picking up that you should go. You've been faithful and like loyal to either this situation, somebody, or whatever you're aiming for. You've been very faithful. You've been very loyal, honest, pure, like good intentions. And like it's just been like tossed aside or like always required for you to come back with that same behavior and attitude all the time. And it's very unfair, the situation you're in. Justice card in reverse, so like it's very unfair. Feels like you're not being heard, or you're not being like cherished or appreciated, and you've been committed, and like feels like in return there's no commitment. It's getting more and more difficult for like curiosity or like options and like trying to go around this to get to what you want. I got the Six of Wands in reverse, which also means like you're not heading towards success here, and you're heading towards more moments that are going to burn you out, burn your energy, and bring you down. Right, Eight of Cups in reverse, kind of telling you to turn around and head towards something else that's more fulfilling, that's more worth your time, that's worth your personality traits that you've been putting in, right? This faithfulness, this honesty, this loyalty, feels like this could go towards a different situation or different people. Like you definitely should be more recognized and acknowledged at this point, and feels like that's just getting like tossed aside and like not noticed, not heard. So the situation's not going to change overnight, and it requires a lot of different creative ways to kind of get to what you're aiming for right now, Taurus. So feels like you've been holding on to something for too long that has been like kind of dying and like is not getting revived here. Let's go for a universal card. I know that you have been questioning yourself lately and wondering if you are good enough or strong enough to do that which your heart desires to do. This message is here to remind you that you really are more than capable of doing it. Rise up and take that leap of faith. That was for Taurus. Next up, we have Virgo. All right, so Virgo, should you stay or should you go? In your current situation, what is your next move, Virgo? What should you do? Should you stay or should you go? All right, Virgo, I'm picking up that you could stay in your current situation, right? You do have the green light for things to come to a new beginning here in your current situation. However, it could be still heartbreaking. It could still sadden you. And like there's a lot of rough times here in your current situation. It's hard to get a balance Like one of the things is to question like your situation here, what you're aiming for. Like, does it really complete you? Does it really complete you? And like, is it really the most logical thing for you? Like, is it in your best interest to stay, is what I'm picking up on? Because I'm like, you could stay, right? But like, it's very shaky, and like, there's hard times to get through. There's you have to taste the sour to enjoy the sweet kind of thing. And it might be emotionally draining you, but it's like a new beginning. You need a new beginning, because if you kind of stay on the same path but don't make any changes, like this is going to be a rocky road. You're walking on eggshells. But if you do some changes and make new beginnings here, right? Changes means one thing's ending, one thing's beginning. So like there is a possibility here that like you could change things around and like have a great relationship too, I'm picking up on. But there's a blockage in that beginning with this relationship. Are you dwelling on the past kind of thing, or are you ready for the new chapter here? So like it's really a fine line, borderline of if you should stay or should you go. But like there are signs here saying that like you could stay. You could stay, and like things could get better, but it feels like they're going to get worse before they get better, okay, Virgo? So you got to kind of hang in there and like give this time. There might be delays too that you're getting impatient with, but it's a matter of like walking through it and taking the time to go through it, because you can't rush the situation. You can't fast forward here. You can't like you there might be even pauses that you have to know that you can't press play really. All right, universe card for Virgo. You're going to be celebrating something very special soon. You'll be so full of joy and happiness, it will almost seem out of this world how suddenly it all happens for you. Be ready for it, expect it's happening. So, this is great news, but like I said, it's going to get worse before it gets better, right? This is on its way, it's happening soon, but you definitely need to know that, right, these hard times are lessons to be learned as well. And then expect good times. So like, great, that something suddenly is going to happen for you. Make sure that you don't think that it's too good to be true. Okay, like you deserve it, appreciate it, be grateful, enjoy it, enjoy the moment while it's there, right? All right, last but not least, we have Capricorn. All right, Capricorn. Should you stay or should you go for Capricorn here? All right, this one just popped out. Wheel of Fortune. Lucky, lucky. For Capricorn, should you stay or should you go? All right, Capricorn, I'm picking up you should stay. But beware, there are going to be some arguments, disagreements, some head to head, like conflict on the way, right? We got the Five of Swords, the Knight of Swords saying to be headstrong, right? To be on top of your game. Like, don't let others voice things for you or like put you down. Like, voice yourself, stand up for yourself. Be very clear and direct in your way of communicating. Like, things are going to happen in cycles. So, like, there are ups and downs. But however, there's more ups and more positive cycles heading your way. Luck is on your side. The situation is definitely going to be changing here and there. It calls to your attention to really analyze and observe the pros and cons, like what serves you, what does not serve you. But this is definitely a wake up call that's going to change your perspective, especially when these cycles start happening. Okay. The moon card in reverse telling me that like certain things like might take some time and has been taking time. There might have been some confusion, but more and more things are coming to light. Things are becoming more clear. You're going to have less of a clouded perception. There's going to be definitely better answers. You're going to feel more confident and more willing to head in this direction and to stick out the situation. So like definitely keep your eyes and ears open for anything that's like alarming or anything that's hopeful and like to your advantage, right? Because feels like this situation is definitely going to be changing in your favor here. And let's see for a universal card. Okay, Kelly. I wasn't sure since you weren't writing the signs anymore, but it doesn't matter. Because when I replay the video, It doesn't show the chat, I think. Okay, Capricorn. I need you to get excited again. I need you to remember you're not in this thing alone. I'm working on your challenges. I've already assigned angels to you. So let go and the stress and just trust me. I've got a pretty incredible ending in store. In fact, that's why you need to get excited again, because the happy ending I've got coming is going to rock your world. Wow, that sounds pretty good. So that too kind of tells you to stick it out in the situation there, Capricorn, and that things are about to change here. So definitely a great read. All right, so that does it for all the signs. For those of you who are interested, you could go back to the beginning of the video. I started with air signs, then water signs, fire signs, earth signs. And at the end of this video, this stream, I will be putting up timestamps in the description, okay? I don't know if anybody had a question, a personal question. I could answer some personal questions. Maybe not a bunch, but like a few. If any of you do, just write it down in the chat. Okay, Crystal. Sure, go for it. Corey's thoughts of you. Sure. So what does Corey think about Crystal? What does Corey think about Crystal? Okay, so I feel like Corey has like kind of like opposing thoughts, right? We got the Empress card in reverse, so like maybe Corey, and I don't know if you're talking to Corey, right? Because I got the Ace of Swords in reverse. That kind of says there's a blockage in communication. So like, I don't know if Corey would like to talk to you more often, or if not, if you're not talking to him, he kind of thinks about that one. If you're talking to him, well, I feel like he needs like he wants different like conversations with you, but has trouble opening up, and like kind of sees you as like closed off, or like you're not nurturing enough for him, like you're not nurturing him enough, or like being kind and warm-hearted towards him. um and like he's kind of closed off. Like this, right? The Hangman in reverse is like a spiritual awakening. Like he's kind of like he's not going through that, right? Like he's not going through that, but like, and kind of sees that like you two are not on the same level when it comes to spirituality, when it comes to awakening or like awareness. Seems like he sees that like, I don't know, you're on a different level, but I have like, this is just confusing that I have the Eight of Wands. Seems like he kind of like has emotions for you, or like feels like there could be more to you with him, but like in his own direction, I guess, in his own time, because this is like a loving direction, right? A connection and feeling a bond. So like he kind of sees that like you're you're somebody that like he could be with, but like there's a lot of changes that need to be made is what I'm picking up on. There's a lot of changes to be made, but I feel like it's kind of like his ego getting in the way here, and like his vision of like what connection is and what being together means, or it, I feel like you need to live up to his standards, his values, and like I feel like his values and standards though are not like that well put into practice, or like of like high standards, right? That feels like you guys are like wishy, like he's here, you're here kind of thing, and he's not willing to like meet you up here, but he wants you to kind of lower yourself to his level, but like that would like kind of throw you off your spiritual path, and like you could be going through a spiritual, like he could be going through a spiritual awakening, a spiritual journey with you, but that he's not like kind of seeing, or like not interested in. He's just interested maybe in passion and desire, and like maybe like sexual moments or whatever, but like, but not like being serious or being committed, right? Just a fling thing or something, and like on his own terms, his own time. It's like he doesn't really consider the other person that much. I told him I was focusing on my spiritualist and I erased his number because he stood me up again. So that's the no communication I'm picking up on. Like, let's see the bottom of the deck energy. Page of Pentacles, right? Like, for this to be like something serious, he needs to be more open and like you need to question him more to see like where he really wants to head, because like seems like he does have like these type of emotions for you, but like he's just not going on the right path or the right direction. He's not letting you in on, like he's not putting you into emphasis or whatnot. So like, and he's very curious. I don't know if he's keeping his options open, what this Page of Pentacles is, but he definitely likes to be in control. Hey, Leo sun. All right, Kelly, you have a question. Hope that helped you out, Crystal. Well, that's different as a question. How will the visit with your dad go next month? You're welcome. All right, so how will the visit with Kelly's dad go next month? I'm glad it helped a lot. Okay, so for Kelly, visit with your dad. Honey. That rabbit, she's into everything. Okay, so like, I don't know how the relationship with your dad is, but it seems like, well, things are going to be more clear. I don't know if like you haven't caught up in a long time with him, or like haven't been meeting eye to eye with him, but like it might be emotionally draining, right? Ace of Cups in reverse, Four of Cups in reverse. So like, it's at least there's no illusions or, right, so beating around the bush kind of thing, or like not knowing, like he, like he might give you some news that's like might upset you, or like you might upset him, but you're asking me how it would go for you with your dad, right? So I'm picking up like he might have some type of upsetting news, or it's just like the conversation is gonna kind of drain you, but like he's very honest and like doesn't hide anything from you, is what I'm picking up on. Feels like gonna tell you about, I don't know if it's about health, right? Because I got the Hermit card here. So like it's kind of bigger, like bigger issues in life, things to think about, or that he's getting older, right? Or I don't know if he's still like married or whatnot, if the marriage is going good, or how's his love life, or maybe he feels lonely. But I'm picking up on like these bigger subjects that like maybe that's what's going to kind of like drain you a bit, or like open you up to like thinking more, and like because like, even Seven of Wands in reverse, right? So something about like he's done efforts, or maybe he's going to feel like he's done a lot of efforts in life and that it hasn't been really paying off, and like where he's at now compared to like all what he's put into, or maybe doesn't feel like he's been the best father or something like this. I don't know, there's something that's kind of like upsetting, and that like is a wake-up call, is what I'm picking up on. Oh my god, he always talks about how he's getting older and stuff. Well, it's maybe that's what this Hermit card is about, because I'm picking up on like time is precious, and like he's been thinking of this for a long time now, and like I said, I don't know if it's a sense of loneliness, or a sense of disconnected, or a sense of like he doesn't feel accomplished in where he's at, and like the time he has left. Let's see bottom of the deck energy. The Magician, right? Like he, again, communication is very clear. Like like whatever he's saying, like saying, it comes out clear, and like it should be kind of like things to address and put more emphasis on, right? If he tells you again, like he's getting older, right? It's kind of like a cry for help. Like that's his best way of telling you that like time is precious, time is short. Like maybe he needs like more phone calls, or like maybe he has like maybe a health issue or something, or there's something that like right, you need to talk more about this, like right, like what do you mean you're getting older? I'm getting older too. Like what's the problem, right? Like you need to like explore these subjects a little bit more with them, but it might drain you, right? It might drain you emotionally, like I said, like, and like burn your energy too, like, but it's all logical, and like it's something that he really takes to heart, and like he thinks about on a daily basis, and it has been bothering him, worrying him, concerning him, to the point that like he doesn't know how to better say it than how he's gonna tell you. Oh, well, sorry if you're more anxious about his, then this is not a good anxious, right? But yeah, it's just maybe it feels good for him. Maybe it feels good for him to tell you, you know? Maybe you could ask him if there's something you could do. Like obviously you don't have a magic wand to make him younger, but there's maybe something else that he's kind of like trying to say in between the lines, but doesn't know how to voice it, because like he's really good at communicating what he's trying to say, but maybe there's just other things too that are like piling up that he didn't prioritize or emphasize on, because he's emphasizing on something else. But there might be other little problems or stressors that are kind of getting to him. It's exactly what you expect, to be honest. Okay. Well, I hope it goes good. And like good for you that you like take the time for your father. Like I wish I took more time to have like days with my dad. He died 5 years ago. But yeah, like I regret not taking those moments to have those chit chats, no matter what the chit chat would have been about. You're welcome. Yeah, Leo, you could ask a question. Oh, wow, it's been a long time. And he was already talking about that subject, so like it might be one of the subjects again for sure. Like that's been a long time. I'm glad you're taking the time for your father. Because I'm telling you, once he's gone, like you're gonna wish you took more time. I'm telling you. I didn't have the best relationship with my dad. He wasn't the dad of the year, but like I still wish I took more time with my dad there. But I could go sometimes 4 or 5 years too without talking to him. All right, finances. Finances are really stressful. Will things improve anytime soon for Leo sun? Financial here. Will financial situation improve anytime soon for Leo sun? I'm picking up on a complete yes, pretty much, except for here, there. Like all the cards are up, right? Still feels like, right. I still try to like budget yourself and like keep a seat. Like it's not happening real soon, but it's on the way, right? You're gonna go through a transition and a transformation here, right? The death card. So like this financial stress kind of coming to an end, better energy about your finances. We even have 5 of Pentacles with 2 of Pentacles here. So like definitely finance is getting better. I don't know. I'm picking up on health issues too. To watch out for health issues, because like what, and to beware like when these finances do get better, to start thinking about choices and decisions, to not like start like spending your money foolishly or impulsively, let's say, to really sit down and reflect upon, because right, 2 of Swords too, kind of saying that like there's certain choices and decisions that you're gonna have to consider here with these new finances. Might have to go towards health and support in one area, in the other area too, in what you love in the relationship maybe or whatnot, family values, or like to really be cautious about these finances once they get better, because like you're going to go through transformation, right? So the death card saying like you still get a better financial situation, but you really got to reflect and meditate and like maybe even ask like someone else, because here I have like health, right? Health issues, but support from a lover or a friend or family that's supporting that. So like to really know how to disperse your spending here, okay, is what I'm picking up on. The devil card, right? To not give in to vices or toxic things, like I don't know, like if you're a smoker, to not buy more cigarettes, or like alcohol if you're a drinker, right? Or drugs or gambling or whatever, or like spending impulsively and foolishly, right? To beware, and like to not take for granted this new financial situation, because feels like it could change rapidly too. So you have to watch out on like um maybe keeping up to date, right? I don't know if these finances changing, do you have to keep up to date and always update the supplier, right? Or whatnot. So like to watch out for that, and to make sure that you spend in a good way, or like save in a good way here. But I'm picking up a yes, that finances should change soon. You're welcome, Leo-san. Is there anybody else who has a question? If not, like that'll be the end of my stream. And for those whose you are interested in stay or should you go for all signs, it's at the beginning of the video. Started with air signs, water signs, fire signs, then earth signs. And I will be putting up timestamps after the stream. Okay, so that about wraps it up. Thank you all for tuning in. Always appreciate your presence and like being supportive towards my channel. Hopefully things are going to be looking up for everybody, and that you have success and things go in your favor. I wish you all the best all the time. Positive vibes from me, so positive vibes from you. Hopefully that law of attraction manifestation can come into place. Have a good night as well. Bye for now.